Our special guest this evening is Francis Marotte, all the way from the Pratt Whitney factory in Canada. He is involved in the engineering of the incredible PT6A turbine engine. Our special guest this evening is Francis Marotte from Pratt Whitney. Good evening, Francis, and thank you for putting aside some time to talk to us.
So thank you, Scully, for the introduction, and thanks for the opportunity to talk to your virtual flight school.
The PT6A Series engines are certainly, I would say, the greatest turboprop engines ever developed for aviation. It's just incredible the number of aeroplanes that you see that are fitted with these engines. So I need to ask you how you achieve a good link between the reliability of the engine and the maintenance that these engines receive.
I think one of the key things is to operate the engine per the POH. This sounds obvious, but this is very important, and this is what pilots can control. So this is the first thing to ensure good reliability of the engine. Also, maintaining the engine per the recommendation from Pratt Whitney Canada. This is key. We have more than 400 million flying hours of experience. So our recommendations are based on this experience that we accumulated in all kind of missions and all kind of environments.
The next thing that I'm rather interested to hear about is in-flight shutdowns. I would think that you would classify them under two major headings. The one would be if the engine in fact let you down. For some reason, that engine failed in flight. You hadn't seen it coming, you weren't suspecting this. Are you at liberty to say what your in-flight shutdown statistics are for unknown eventualities, where the engine has let you down, perhaps?
Yeah, so what you described is what we would call the basic in-flight shutdown. So every time there's an event reported to us, be it an in-flight shutdown or engine removal, we review every single event and we classify these events as basic or non-basic. So the events that are considered basic are directly related to the engine design. So that would be something like you described, that you didn't see it coming. And this, I can definitely share some numbers because that's something we're very proud of. And it's actually on our logo. You see it's dependable engines. So the current reliability rate for the PT6A family is 2 basic in-flight shutdown per million hours. So just to put things in perspective, when we certify an engine, we need to demonstrate to the authorities that the engine can meet 10 basic in-flight shutdown per million hours. So we do 5 times better than this. And this rate is continuously going down as we introduce product improvement in every engine models.
That is an incredible figure. The fact that you're only experiencing 2 in-flight shutdowns, basic reasons, in 1 million hours, whereas the bar is set at 10 shutdowns in a million hours. That speaks volumes for the reliability of your engine. Then on the other hand, you have premature removals, where an engine has to be removed prematurely before it has come around for its maintenance cycle. What are you getting in terms of these shutdowns?
Yeah, so that's what we would call a basic unscheduled removal if you have an issue with the engine for whatever reason. So anytime it's an unscheduled removal, and again, we evaluate every event and we classify as basic or non-basic. So the industry benchmark is 100 event per million hours for unscheduled removal. And the PT6A family, again, is about 5 times better at around between 20 and 25 events per million hours.
So it's a very rare thing for one to see a PT6 engine that has been removed from the airframe and people are hard at work trying to fix it, when you're only getting 20 of these events in every million hours.
Yeah, and if I may, another key statistic is the total in-flight shutdown rate. So that would include basic and non-basic. So a non-basic event would be could be fuel starvation. For example, if there's no more fuel and the engine shut down, so obviously that would be classified as a non-basic event. So for single engine IFR operation, we need to show compliance of 10 events per million hours total. So that includes basic and non-basic. And currently the rate is about 5 or 6 events per million hours. So out of these 6 or 7, there's 2 events that is considered as basic. So the remaining portion is either operation or maintenance. So this is why we always say that operation and maintenance is very key to ensure reliability of the PT6. But even though we classify some of these events as non-basic, we always try to introduce improvement to try to reduce these events. So we have proudly insert all that knowledge to design the first turbine engine in the general aviation market with a dual channel integrated electronic propeller and engine control. This is the PT6A Series engine. It's a whole new experience. We have enhanced what this legendary engine can offer by adding the dual channel electronic engine control to provide auto start and an auto throttle capable single power lever. Moreover, the new control system allowed us to increase the maintenance intervals. The single power lever is all you need, and it enables digital auto throttle. This allows for a true digital precision controlled experience. It continuously monitors in excess of 100 parameters and makes the minute adjustment required to maintain the desired operating regime. The pilot will feel a smooth, linear response from ground idle to full power. The control system also provides multiple levels of built-in protection. From the pilot's point of view, these include ITT protection on start, over torque and over speed protection, surge and engine flame out protection. So we're not standing still looking at these events and doing nothing. We try to improve everywhere we can.
I think that given the arenas in which PT6A aircraft are powered and the hostile environments that they fly in, all over the third world, into unprepared strips and in all sorts of conditions, the statistics that you have achieved speak volumes. It tells you that this is a mighty fine engine. Now, I also need to ask you how you keep a tab on the maintenance practices of the people that service these aircraft to ensure that that best practice is achieved and that the standards of maintenance are kept sky high.
So it's really through what we call the stream team meeting. We review all these events one by one. We literally review events one by one on a weekly basis So all the PT6 customer engineering group gathers together every week to review every single event. So if there's repetitive events on one application or on various of these applications, we would try to communicate. And in some cases, if we can do a design change for it, we will obviously do this as well. Now we have this Know My PT6 app. So it's a way for us to emphasize the importance of some key maintenance. If you want to know more, this app provides information about the PT6, shares the latest communication from Pratt Whitney Canada, and gives the contact detail to get in touch with PNWC. You can even track the PT6 fleet hours in real time.
Francis, thank you. It's been very interesting and very enlightening about the steps that you take towards ensuring that this is a top-class product. I need to tell you that I have been flying either behind a Pratt & Whitney engine or between Pratt & Whitney engines for something like 57 years now. And I started with the flying behind the Pratt & Whitney Wasp, which is the piston-engined Pratt & Whitney that is fitted in the Harvard, and I flew between Pratt & Whitneys on the DC-3 Dakota. I've flown the Beechcraft Staggerwing, which has got a Pratt & Whitney engine and Stearman's. I went on to fly in the airlines, turbojet and turbofan engines that powered the 707, the 727, the 737 series, and the 747. All of those airplanes, plus a few aeroplanes that were powered by PT6A engines. And I need to say that Pratt & Whitney has never let me down, and I think that the slogan that you have, dependable engines, is a very, very valid one, and long may it stay so. Thank you so much for addressing us tonight. We certainly are the richer for it all.
Yeah, thank you, Scully. It's very good to hear from a pilot with so much experience like you. And one thing I'd like to say, I've had the chance to travel across Africa a few times, and honestly, I cannot grow tired of it. It's amazing the number of PT6A powered aircraft out there. Sometimes at some small airports, you see like PT6 powered aircraft lined up, and we have to say it's not necessarily the easiest environment to operate a turboprop engine, but the feedback I get from the operator is always very good. So this is pretty impressive. Even myself, I mean, I'm an engineer working from Pratt Whitney, so my opinion might be biased, but it's good to hear it from someone that I would say is a bit more neutral like you. So it's good to hear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I look forward to meeting you one day.